Almost every country on earth uses the metric system, except for a few rebels. The US, Myanmar, and Liberia said, yeah, well, nah, we're good. Let's keep measuring temperature in degrees that confuse the sun itself. But wait, why do we still use the metric system? Who invented it? And why does something as boring sounding as measurement literally shape our technology, economy, science, and even how tall you think you are? Humanity's oldest obsession. Way before smartphones and space rockets, humans were already arguing over measurements. Ancient Egyptians measured land with ropes. Romans had something called a pes, basically a foot. But here's the catch. No one's foot was the same. So depending on who ruled, an inch could mean something between a bean and a brick. It was chaos. Until France, yes, the baguette capital of the world, said, guys, what if we just use something logical? So in 1799, they came up with the metric system. No king's thumbs, no random foot lengths, just cold, clean maths. 1 meter is equal to 1/10 millionth of the distance from the equator to the North Pole. Was it perfect? Not really. But compared to measuring things in bushels or donkeys, it was a revolution. Simple. It just makes sense. The metric system is clean, logical, and built in powers of 10. You don't need a calculator. Just move the decimal. 1000 milliliters, that's a liter. 10 kilometers, that is 10,000 meters. Boom. Done. No weird conversions, no headaches. Now compare that to the imperial system. Hey Siri, how many cups are there in a gallon? Oh, it is 16 cups, or 8 pints, or 4 quarts, or whatever mood the universe is in today. It's a mess. Scientists figured this out a long time ago. When you're building rockets, making vaccines, or doing wild physics stuff, the last thing you want is to stop and convert feet to yards to inches. So in science and pretty much everywhere else in the world, metric won. Because it's simple, smart, and just works. But then, why haven't we all switched? The human condition. Let's look at America. The US actually planned to go metric in the 1970s. They even created a metric board. It had funding. People wore pins. And then it quietly disappeared. No riots, no headlines, just slow, awkward death by apathy. Why? Because switching a country's measurement system is like switching someone's keyboard layout while they are writing an email during an earthquake. Road signs, recipes, tools, school books, every single product would need redesigning. And that costs billions. Also, people don't like change, especially when it involves maths. Telling someone their height is 1.78 meters just doesn't feel as impressive as saying 5'10". One sounds like you could model, the other sounds like you work in a laboratory. Hidden power of measurement. But here's the deeper thing no one talks about. Measurement isn't just about size. It's about trust. How do you know 1 kilogram of rice in India weighs the same as 1 kilogram in Canada? Because behind the scenes, countries maintain exact reference standards. Sometimes locked away in underground vaults like measurement royalty. Even time is measured. Atomic clocks are accurate to billionths of a second, which keeps GPS satellites in sync, which keeps your phone telling you that yes, you are still late. Every airplane, every drug, every piece of data you use today only works because someone somewhere defined a standard and measured it precisely. Without it, your medicine could kill you, your plane could miscalculate, and your iPhone could think you are in the ocean. Measurement isn't boring. It's the invisible language of reality. We live by it, fly with it, eat it, and build with it. We just forget it's there, like a ninja in a lab coat. So, will the whole world ever go fully metric? Maybe. Slowly, quietly. Probably after a few more awkward hybrid systems and arguments over how tall a 6-foot Christmas tree really is in centimeters. But let's be honest, as long as we all understand each other, maybe the exact unit doesn't matter as much as what we do with it. Just don't ask an engineer to build a rocket using inches and miles. If you learned something new or just want to celebrate the glory of a good kilogram, just hit the like button and subscribe. Would you switch to metric, or are you proudly stuck with gallons and Fahrenheit? Either way, stay curious, stay logical, and always double check your units.